Good afternoon, this is Jack from theartofchart.net, and this is an intraday video for Wednesday, the 14th of February. Happy Valentine's Day. Our disclaimer, we do this for educational purposes only. We're here to share our technical analysis with you. We hope you can take some of what we're doing and learn from it and transfer it to your own charts. We're not here to issue trading signals. All right, let's start with the ES. Now, we had a very interesting thing happen this morning on the fairly uninteresting interest rate news. Obviously, we had spikes down on ES, NQ, and TF, and these have established on all of them. Initially, we had rising wedges. These have all evolved into channels. They've all evolved into perfect channels, although this line has moved slightly since I drew it. But these are really, really nice. It doesn't mean we're necessarily going to make it to channel resistance, but we could do. And channel resistance currently on ES is in the 27, 37, 50 area. So that needs to be borne in mind. But what I'm expecting to happen is we're probably going to evolve into larger wedges with an established, where this high lands, we will establish a trend line and then go down from there. We have now a very firm support trend line, and this is what I was talking about a couple of days ago. I was talking about the initial wedges turning into bigger patterns, which would be the real patterns. And these are, I think, the real patterns. These may evolve into wedges, or they may go to channel resistance. If we reach channel resistance, then that should be pretty close to a high or at it. On NQ, good, nice channel again. I've got channel resistance slightly over 67.50. That would obviously be a higher high over this. I am thinking on ES and TF particularly because we had higher lows there. I was talking just after we made those lows. I was talking about it on Chart Chat on Sunday. I was talking about these being possible larger flags forming, and it might be that we would need to break this high slightly. Actually, this could be a decent fit with that in order to make a full-size bear flag channel. I think that may be what we're looking at here. Going to TF. All of these have made the original 60-minute buy signal targets, obviously. So looking at TF, we've got resistance up here in about the 1525 area. And actually, I've already got a potential bear flag channel established here. I've got resistance in the 1550 area. That's looking kind of high. But actually, if we get up to here, then that would be an alternate trend line. That would just turn it into a bear flag wedge rather than a bear flag channel. I'm actually liking this scenario quite a lot. Now, if this is the case, then we're likely to exceed these highs on ES and TF, and if we did that, we'd probably do it on NQ as well. This doesn't mean that we've bottomed. We could have bottomed, and we're not ruling that out, but the chances are we are going lower, and there's no particularly strong reason to think that we have bottomed at this stage. All right, I'm just going to have a quick look at the RTH charts here. Let's have a look at SPX. Now, SPX, NDX, and RUT have all fixed RSI 5 buy signals night before last. Now, looking at, hang on a second, let's go at the daily. How close? That's the hang on, it's the weekly 60-minute, 15-minute. Okay, the daily should be there. Hang on, wait a second. I'll just put that in. Right, looking at NDX, on the NDX daily chart, which this is, then this is getting us up to about halfway to the target. This is, and what I'm thinking is we'd do a lower low, not break the signal, and then it would make target afterwards. Obviously, it could go make target now. And a very obvious target on the upside from where we are now is the daily middle band that's currently at 67.54. I don't know if we're going to get that high, but if we did, that would be a very obvious resistance area. We've got these hourly RSI 14 buy signals I was talking about. These are actually getting, this is actually getting to the possible near miss target on NDX. Let's have a look at the SPX on that. SPX, the daily middle band is in the 27.57 area. Don't know if we'll go as high as that, but I am wondering, and I'm certainly open to the possibility that we're going to do higher highs over the last ones. That would actually set up a pretty decent Janus flag setup to take us back to the lows if we did see that, and it would be a good fit with the RSI signals. Here, we haven't quite reached the possible near miss target on SPX, but we're getting into the right territory. On RUT, I've got obviously buy signal is past the 50 as it is on SPX as well. I've got the daily middle band at 1551. That looks high to me, but actually, obviously, it is a match with the original bear flag channel that I drew in on TF, so I'm not ruling it out. It could be. That's about as high as I would expect this to get. I'm not expecting any of these to break over the daily middle band. If we look at the hourly chart, we're getting towards the possible near-miss target on this target here. We're also getting towards established resistance and possible IHS area, so we'll see how that goes. But this is obviously the previous rally high, and we're fairly close to getting to the full test of that now. I think we may exceed it on all of them. I've got some negative divergence on the 15 minutes on RUT and TF. I've drawn in the support trend line, and I'm starting to draw in tentative possible resistance trend lines, and we'll see how that goes. All right, that does indices. In that case, let's move on to DX. Now,